Hello everyone, it's James the page teacher, your stitchy friend from the Philippines, and as promised, this is Flosstube Extra number 9 and this is my Bella Filipina whip parade. So as you can see, these are the different charts that I have worked on, or my Bella Filipino whips. So I will be showing to you one by one the progress of each of my Bella Filipino whips. And uh, to start off, Bella Filipina is a cross-stitch chart designed by a Filipino, which is Mr. J. Aldrin Parilla. I haven't met him personally, but in the future, I could meet him in the future and maybe sign some of my collections. So aside from showing my whips here in this video, I will also um, share to you the charts that I have collected from Bella Filipina. So without further ado, let us now start. To start off with my whip parade, I have this idea back two years ago that I wanted to stitch the Bella Filipina charts chronologically, but as time goes by, when I learned how to dye a fabric, I realized that I need to match the fabric to a particular Bella Filipina chart. So that plan was not pushed through, but still my dream is to stitch all of the Bella Filipina charts. So let's start with Goddess Aphrodite. This is not um what you call this, the whip parade is not in chronological order. So the first one is Goddess Aphrodite, and this is my focus piece for this year, and this is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric. And so far, this is the progress of Goddess Aphrodite. And let me go down because I was working on this part. So there you go. So I finished this one, and also this one. I was stitching this last week, and there was a problem of a um, thread, so I can't find the particular thread, so I just stopped stitching her. But the plan would be it would be finished this month of June or the month of July, so it's kind of a big chart. So that's my first Bella Filipina whip. This is Goddess Aphrodite. Next is Aquila, the Queen of the Skies. This is stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric that I have hand dyed, and so far this is the progress. So I am finished with her face, and I did not complete yet her arms because interest I was getting interest on stitching her wings. So far this is the progress of her wings. So this was inspired by the our national bird, which is the Philippine eagle, which is which is one of the endangered um, animal here in the Philippines. So that's Aquila, the queen of the skies. Bella Filipina whip number 3 is Queen Sari. Still stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and this is the progress so far. Let me just scroll it up. Look at the color. I love the color of the fire. So I am currently on starting stitching her dress. Love, love, love the color. And there you go. So far that's the progress of Queen Sari. Bella Filipina whip number 4 is Amihan, the deity of the wind. This is one of my new start this year, and this is still stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric, and so far this is the progress. So love the halo effect of the air here, and also the hair. Love it. So that's Amihan, the deity of the wind. Next is the Crystal Mermaid Aquabella. Another new start this year because of the fabric that I hand dyed, and this is another 14 count Ada fabric, and this is so far my progress. So no backstitch yet on her face. I wanted to finish her hair, so I think it's already finished, and then after that I will continue stitching her body and also some parts of her arms here. So no, not yet finished. So that's the progress so far of Crystal Mermaid Aquabella, and the color of the fabric is I think the uh, the most uh, favorite uh, colored fabric that I've dyed. So maybe in the future I will still be um, dyeing fabric with different colors. Next is Urduha, and I think this is last year's anniversary release. So last May 31, Bella Filipina celebrated its 9th year anniversary, and during the 8th year I think this was the anniversary release last year. So we are still awaiting of a new Bella Filipina chart, and I am guessing that it will be released next week, which is in time with our Philippine Independence Day. So that's my hunch. So let's see what happens next week. So this is Orduha, a very beautiful mermaid. This is a new start for this year, but I have only have this progress, so I still have to frog the stitches on her face because it's uh, incorrect. So let's see what will be the progress of her in the future. So far this is the progress of Urduha. So I started to her hair and then going to her face. So still 14 count to the next is Fairy Iridescence. And so far this is the progress of Fairy Iridescence, and this is stitch again with 14 count in the fabric, and I am stitching at the bottom part of her dress, this one. So as you can see, the design is very colorful. So far this is the progress of Fairy Iridescence. So this is, I think these are the whips that I still have another 14 count. And this is Daughters of Estuary. This is a new start this year, and so far this is the progress of Daughters of Estuary. So I started to stitch this first mermaid, which is a bit, the hair is a bit blonde. So far this is the progress of Daughters of Estuary. Love it. So I am now losing count how many. So let me just count 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. So far I have shown you 8, and this time the last 3 are stitched on a 32 count even weave fabric. So let's start with Magwayan. So as you all know, Teresa Little Stitcher started also this pattern or this chart, and did form a hashtag, or did started a hashtag, which is Teresa made me do it, and also created a Facebook group of Teresa made me do it Sal. So I followed her and started to stitch Maguayan, and I think she had her latest video and showing the progress of Maguayan. So for the progress of Maguayan, so I haven't touched it this year yet, but this is stitched on a 32 count iris even weave. This is a bit of a sparkly um, fabric, and so far this is the progress. And there you go. So I decided to stitch her on this fabric since she is wearing black. Most of the colors are in a dark color, black color, so she would pop on this fabric. So that's the progress so far of Magwayan. I still don't have I still don't have a decision yet if I will be continuing stitching her, but I am drawn to my some of Bella Filipina whips that are stitched on a 14 count Ada fabric. So let's see what will be the progress at the end of the year with my whip parade. So far that's Magwayan. Next is another 32 count even wave stitched on a 32 count even wave, and this is Maria Makiling. And this is the progress so far of Maria Makiling. So I already finished her face, her lovely face, and then that's it only. Still I haven't touched it yet this year. And so far this is the progress of Maria Makiling. And the last whip, the 11th whip, is a lady, which is Azotea. And this is stitch again on a 32 count even weave. And so far the progress is this one. So you cannot see her in this progress, so I am just stitching on this part, and so far this is the progress. So in person the fabric is a bit of a cream. It's something like this color, this one. So still don't have the plan to stitch it this year, I don't know. So let's see. It's either I will be restarting it on a 14 count and find a similar color. So that would be my plan if ever I will not be continuing stitching her on this 32 count even with fabrics. So those are my whips, 11 Bella Filipino whips, and we will now go directly to the collection, my Bella Filipina collections. So I think I have the complete uh, charts of Bella Filipina, and but I don't have the two patterns that are on a different group, which is the Magnolia and the Birds of Paradise. And recently, also this year, Bella Filipina also have this Treasures by Bella Filipina, each a bit a smaller uh, charts where they are uh, they have already released free patterns, and I have one, so maybe I will be inserting pictures of these charts. Okay, so let us now start with the Bella Filipina chart parade. The first one is, of course, the first Bella Filipina chart, which is Rosa Mystica, and this is also my first Bella Filipina whip and Bella Filipina whip and finish. So if you can search a video from February on the Fancy Lady February, I think uh I featured all of my Fancy Lady finishes there. So maybe I can also put on the link on the description below so that you can see the finish uh, Bella Filipina that I the yes, the Bella Filipina that I finished. So this is Rosa Mystica, and as you can see, there is a the picture is a bit ruined because of the sticker of the plastic. So be careful um, on your chart when you get it outside with the get it outside from the plastic. So this is Rosa Mystica. So maybe I'll just place it over here. The next chart is the Reina de las Flores, also a finished whip, also Bella Filipina. Bella Filipina number 3 is Reina Paz. So these are already finished. So these are my first 3 Bella Filipina finishes, which is inspired with the tradition every May, what we call the Flores de Mayo, where this is a parade of beauties that each of these has um, different what we call this history. So out of the 3, I think this one has the very intricate what you call this arc. And then the second one is this one, and I think this is the easiest one. And it's this one is the first time that I use a bugle beam. So let's proceed to the next chart. So let's set aside over there. Next is also a finish. I think this is a finish last year, and this is the first fairy of Bella Filipina, and this is the Queen Flower Fairy. Next is Reina Mariposa, and this is also a finished one. I think I finished this one last March or February. So this is Reina Mariposa. I love the color of her wings and also the effect. Love it. Next is the first mermaid of Bella Filipina, and this is Aqua Marina, and it's also a finished last year. So counting, so I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 Bella Filipina finishes, and you will know that it's not a whip and it's not a finish because the chart is still on a plastic cover. The next one is Pearl of the Orient Seas. Next is Portrait of Maria Clara. This is a finish also, probably last year. Still I have a problem of the fabric because uh, it got a stain, so I need to still make a way to uh, get away that stain. So already finished, so finish number 7. Next is the Heroes of Atlantis. Supposed to be this is a new start this year, but uh, because of the fabric choices, so it was not pushed through. So this is the Heroes of Atlantis. Next is Anemone, still on a plastic cover. Next is Luna Mystica. And this one, the Star of Christmas. This one is a beautiful mermaid. This is the Enchantress of the Abyss. Love the color. This is, I think, one of the popular chart of Bella Filipina, and this is Gaia, the Earth Goddess. Next is Amphitrite, the Queen, Goddess of the Sea. This is, I think, the biggest chart of Bella Filipina. I think so. Supposed to be the fabric that I used in Crystal Mermaid Aquabella. It's supposed to be, I would be using it to Amphitrite, but because of the size, so it did not uh, match, or what do you call this, it did not fit on the fabric, so still a future web Amphitrite. Next is the Autumn Equinox Pixie. Love the color. And then we have the first series of this one. This is Mayari, the deity of the moon. So I was planning to stitch this series on a navy blue 14 count, possibly next year. Next is Akoya, the Pearl Mermaid. Another popular chart from Bella Filipina, and this is Bellatrix. Then the first male mermaid, merman, and this is Triton. This is also a big chart. This is Cleopatra, the Queen of Nile. And then this, I think this is a companion of Luna Mystica. This is Sol Tropica. So let me just Okay, so this is the companion chart. This is Sol Tropica. And then we also have the ascent of the moth queen. This beautiful mermaid queen, the maiden of Tubataha. The maiden of Tubataha. Love, love, love the tail of this mermaid. And then we have the Hanan, the deity of the moon. Let me get first. Where is the? This is the second chart from this Hanan, the deity of the moon. Okay, and then Mayari. And this is Temptress of the Cursed Sea. And I think this chart included a choice of the skin color. That's Temptress of the Sea. And then we also have Arya, the Elemental Queen of Air. And I am still awaiting the next Elemental Queen. So far this is the first Elemental Queen of Bella Filipina, Arya. Next is the Hummingbird Pixie. So I think this has a special cranic thread or bead, cranic that is glow in the dark. So this is Hummingbird Pixie. Next is Lakapati. I think this is the first chart in 2022. Lakapati. Love it. And then we have the Mermaid Treasures Amethyst. So possible in the future there will be mermaid treasures, another mermaid treasure. I don't know if it will be a series, but so far this is the first one, the Mermaid Treasure Amethyst. And then we have the Greta Gold Broom. And I think this is my latest finish. This is the Nereid Galatea. So counting, there are 8 finishes already. And let me show you, I think this is a companion chart, Esmeralda and Rosa. These are small mermaids. And this is the last series of the deity, the celestial deities, and this is Tala. And let me get again the 2. So some of our stitchers are planning to stitch on a 1 fabric. So plan is probably next year I will be stitching this free, but on a separate fabric, but of course with the same color. So That's Tala, the deity of the stars. Another pixie. This is Holly Berry Pixie. And then we have the Phoenix Queen. I think this is the first chart released last year. And then we have two mermaids here, Pontus and Thalassa, and the second merman. And then we have the first series, which is the Poison Apple, the Disney Princess. So this is the Poison Apple, and this is Snow White. The next one is the Mad Tea Party. I think this is Alice in Wonderland. So, to order. And then we have Olivia the Forest Witch. And I think this was the last release in 2023, Julia the Firefly Princess. And we are now on the last free, and this is the latest release. The first one is the Magic Lamp, which is I think the third Disney princess. This is Jasmine. And then Cordelia, beautiful mermaid. And the last one, which is the latest, is this the Glass Slipper, which is BF 56. So this is the fourth. Wow. So far these are my collections of Bella Filipina, and I think I completed all of them. Last 2022 I really tried to get all of the Bella Filipina chart, and fortunately it's complete. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed the whips as well as the chart parade. And if you happen to have a Bella Filipina whip, or if you are planning to start a Bella Filipina, you can join me with my stitchy friend Grace Low Full Stitcher. We have a hashtag every Friday. We will stitch a Bella Filipina whip, and the hashtag is Bella Filipina Friday. And also on February, probably I will be changing it to Bella Filipina February instead of Fancy Lady February. So that's my plan on the next February, where I'll be stitching, probably starting Bella Filipina, or just stitch all of my Bella Filipina whips in the month of February. So if you have questions, or if you want to comment down, if you want to make some comments, please do on the comment section. Please like this video and maybe share it with your stitchy friends, especially those who haven't yet um, introduced on this beautiful Bella Filipina charts. So thank you everyone for watching, and happy stitching everyone. And I think next week I will be releasing a my whip updates. So again, happy stitching everyone. Bye bye.